Welcome, everyone. My name is Nick Hershey. I'm the president of the Mortgage Calculator. I'd like to thank everybody for joining us today so we can go through a little bit about what makes us different and special here. Once I go through a little bit of an outline, we'll pass it over to Kyle Hershey, our COO. He will go over an actual demo of the software in the backend. And then we'll close it out with Jose Gonzalez, our sales manager with 28 years of experience, to put it together in more of a traditional sense. So let me start by sharing my screen here. And we'll go through a little bit more about what makes us different. Let me move my controls. All right. So we are a little bit different here. We are obviously a little bit different about leads. So unlimited free leads powered by our proprietary software, CRM, POS, LOS, all built together. And we have the AI built in as well. So myself and Kyle, we come from a different background, more of a marketing and lead background. So we're not your traditional bankers here. We have set up a system to help you guys scale your business. So what makes us different? We talked a little bit about us before. We are a non-delegated correspondent that builds the tools to scale your business instantly. So whether that's plugging into our company leads or generating more self-generated leads from what you're already doing using our platform and software, we want to make sure we fill your pipeline with leads every day. So let's talk a little bit more about how that happens. So first off, our business model, as you heard me mention a couple times, we are non-delegated correspondent, and we've built this business in all the different models. We started at an FDIC bank, went to a broker model, non-del model, and delegated model, and we found that non-delegated correspondent is the best. And that is because we're approved with 120 lenders and investors overall, and we can do whatever is best for our customers. We can do brokered or correspondent, depending on what is best for our borrowers. Typically, that's going to be a correspondent option, as we have over 5,000 programs with us as the lender with our 34 correspondent investors. And correspondent pricing is always going to beat broker pricing because even at the same outlet and the same program, we're funding the loan with our own money, issuing the docs with our own law firm, taking all the risk that comes along with that, and therefore we get better pricing for even the same exact program. Now, if there's any reason we can't fund the loan with our own money and our own funds, we have over 110 wholesale lenders that we work with for loans that fall outside of that box. So what that means for you guys is we have every loan program imaginable, from VA, USDA, FHA, Fannie, Freddie, non-QM, DSCR, all that stuff we do in-house typically and get the best rates and pricing. And some of the stuff that falls outside the box, more of commercial, fix and flip, ground up construction, mixed use, CDFI, all the stuff that's a little bit outside, we can work with our wholesale partners to get the best options for our borrowers. We also have the AI built in, as we mentioned before. So we call our AI Calvin, the AI loan officer assistant, to help you push your deal from start to finish. And now moving on to our actual technology, which Kyle will show you here in a second. So it all starts with our lead generating website with the AOS, POS, CRM, LOS all built in. And what that really means for you is built for us, by us, one login for you, one login for your customer, and no matter which of the hundreds of different outlets or programs we're going to use. We can also get instant rate quotes from our 5,000 plus loan programs where we're the lender, and we can automatically requote our customers as the markets go up and down, which has been pretty volatile lately, which is a great tool. Now, our prospects can instantly flow from name, email, phone number to pulling their own live rates, completing their own 1003, pulling their own credit, getting those liabilities set into our Encompass-based platform. But the best part is you don't have to log into Encompass. A lot of people don't like it. No problem. We have 50 plus API integrations, including Encompass, where you don't have to actually log into Encompass. Same thing for pricing. Optimal Blue for pricing. You don't need an Optimal Blue login. You just click a button. Meridian Link for credit. Again, don't need a login. Just click a button. Account check, VOE, VOI. Click a button. Appraisal Works 5 AMC is the click of a button. See how this all works, where you don't have to go anywhere else. You just simply click a button for all of our different integrations. Another very cool feature is we can capture leads from website users with no form required. So a lot of times when our customers are browsing our website, they may not actually fill out a form, but maybe a friend or family member or customer is in the market and you don't know it. Now we know it. We can also create instant business cards, flyers, all kinds of great stuff to post on your social media instantly. Just plug and play. Just put your picture up there and it can generate flyers for you instantly. And we have our Calvin AI built in for dual AWS. A lot of platforms have dual AWS. We run dual AWS, and then we can run it through our Calvin AI analysis to see which may be the best for our particular situation and our borrower. We also have our development staff on hand to implement new features. We pretty much issue a new release every week to add new features for our team. And now let's talk about the training and support and all the different business models that we've built this in. We found that, especially being a remote-based business now is what this is, a lot of training and support lacking. So even though we're remote-based, we have our on-demand training center, basically our classroom-style trainings at all times, and we do daily live trainings as podcasts. So we do every morning. We just did our show this morning for our daily rates live. We do weekly sales trainings as well, get you guys pumped up on different ways to increase your sales. And we do our loan officer training podcast 3 days a week, which is where we go in depth into a different loan topic. And we're all remote, but we want to make sure we can still get face to face. So we have our live Zoom support where during business hours, our team can take over your computer, click the button you need to click, get you unstuck from whatever you need to do. And we have our knowledge center with thousands of articles, not just from us, but our partners. So tips, tricks, guidelines, matrices, videos, all kinds of different resources for all of our investors and lenders at the click of a button. And the Calvin AI is built in here to compliance. So if compliance isn't around, you can always ask Calvin. They have all the federal and states that we're licensed in programmed to Calvin to get you some compliance help very quickly. And some of the other items here that we always want to talk about, something that we're very passionate about here. The first item are DSCR business purpose loans. We can do those in 44 total states, and many of them without having to be licensed. So a great opportunity to expand your footprint, our favorite types of loans. We have all kinds of different leads. Kyle will show you. We make it very simple. If you grab a company lead, it's a very simple 50-50 split. And again, we want to make sure you can automate your lead generation at scale. So whether that's setting up your old lead campaigns using our templates, or you already have lead campaigns, no problem. You can use our webhook to import those from anywhere. And if for ever any reason you're maybe uncomfortable doing loan or maybe have a conflict of interest, you can click the button, refer that deal for 75 basis points to a team member that maybe has the license in that state, or maybe it's your spouse's loan and you have a conflict of interest. You can still earn some great commission while referring that deal to a teammate. We also have instant payroll available. As a lender, obviously, it's very difficult to do the broker instant payroll, but we do have that button available for those that are eligible. And since we are remote based, we want to make sure we meet everybody face to face in person. So we have our annual VIP retreat here in Miami, where we pay for the hotel rooms for all of the team members with closed loans. And you guys can come on the yacht and get the VIP treatment and meet everybody face to face at least once per year. And this is the video. If you guys drop off, feel free to watch the video again. But let's talk about the compensation plans. And I think I have to zoom out a tad. One more. There we go. So let's go over our compensation plans. Obviously, the first option is what people are typically drawn to. Let's talk about our senior loan officer plan. So for those that are already rocking and rolling, you can earn up to 225 basis points on conventional non-QM, all the standard stuff we're all used to. That's 2.25%. And again, simple 50-50 split. Company leads, that's 112.5 basis points on company leads. That's 1.125%. Now, our senior loan officers obviously get everything everybody else does, but on top of that, they're going to be the ones receiving those referral leads from their teammates. So whenever their teammates need help, or maybe don't have the license, or maybe they have a conflict of interest, or need some advice, they'll click that button, and it's not a lead, it's a referral from your teammate with a teammate attached to it. Those are the best leads. Teamwork makes the dream work. Now, all of our seniors have unlimited access to all of the different lead sources Kyle will show you, and that's at a simple 50-50 split as we went over. And for our seniors that are rocking and rolling, again, we want to make a platform for you guys to expand. So we want to give as much comp back to you as you can. So 25 basis point bonus for any volume over $2 million per month. Great incentive there for those rocking and rolling. And for those that like to teach, you can upgrade to a team leader once you learn our systems, learn how to do broker and correspondent at the same time. It's very different. Once you can master that, you can teach others to master that, help them structure their deals, and earn 25 basis points for helping your teammates structure deals. The fine print here, senior LOs must have experience. It is very difficult to do broker and correspondent and disclose your own loans and all that. You must have closed at least 6 loans in the last 12 months and obviously pass our course and make sure you understand the 2 models. Once you do that, you can start as a senior loan officer, no problem. If you're just getting back started, you don't have the experience, or maybe just need a little bit of practice, you can always start as a loan officer here at 150 basis points. That's 150 basis points on conventional non-QM. That's 1.5%. And take a company lead, no problem. 75 basis points for any company leads while you're on this plan. That's 0.75%. So everybody gets access to non-del, correspondent, and brokered with 120 plus options. Everybody gets their website, CRM, POS, LOS. Everybody has the AI loan officer assistant, access to unlimited leads. Kyle will show you here in a second. And again, if you're just getting into it, maybe you need a little bit of help, you can click that button, still earn 75 basis points, referring that deal to your senior loan officer teammates that may have some more experience or the state license that you need. And we are licensed in 23 states for primary and second homes. That means we can do our DSCR business purpose in 21 additional states without having to be licensed. So these are great incentives for our teammates. If you're ready to sign up, simply click this button. You can join as a loan officer. If you have the experience and you're ready to start as a senior loan officer, you can go ahead and click this button and apply. Let's go over to pass it over to Kyle, who can actually show us the back end of how this all works. So you ready, Kyle?
Yeah, give me 1 second here. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Okay, so here is our CRM here. Now, just to point out a couple features, obviously, you can create your notes and send your emails and texts like any other CRM. And also you can click one button to have our AI assistant craft your emails and texts for you and send them out for you. And you can set reminders for yourself, and you can put people on drip campaigns, action plans where, the system emails them and texts them automatically from you over time, all that kind of good stuff that most other CRMs do. But what really starts to set our system apart here is our quoting system. So within 2 minutes, with just a few pieces of info from the client without needing to pull their credit or anything, you can click one button here to pull up all the different rates from all our different investors. And within minutes, you can send the client a nice, pretty quote that looks like this with the rate options that you chose for them. They can scroll over these things to see what they mean here. It's going to pull in the Google map automatically, pull in the Zestimate automatically, the proposed loan info. Excuse me, the monthly breakdown here, the taxes, insurance, all that kind of stuff, the estimated lender fees, and of course, you here as the loan originator. And you can also add a realtor to the quote here with their picture on it so that your realtors, they know when they send you a client, not only can you quote them within minutes, but you can attach them to the quote as well. So they absolutely love that. Now, the coolest part about all this is your client then just clicks Start My Loan Application. And when they do that, it takes them right to their borrower portal, which I'll show you here, where they can start their application. They fill out their whole 1003 right here in the system. They don't have to leave the page. They're going to upload the documents we're going to need right here. They can see their loan info here. They can see the milestone of where their loan is at, which of course automatically updates as you go through the milestones. So this is their borrower portal on their end. Now, let me show you what it looks like on your end once your client has submitted an application. So you'll see here that this application is all green, meaning it's 100% complete. So what happened is once this client submitted their application, we actually pull credit instantly and automatically, and we pay for it up front. The client doesn't need to enter any credit card information or anything. So very seamless process. They submit their 1003, agree to the credit pull. We pull credit instantly and automatically so that when you come here into our system and open up our Encompass API, all the 1003 is already imported into here. The credit is already imported. The liabilities, everything is in here ready for you to originate the loan. Now, I do want to point out, as Nick said, one of our cool features here is our dual OS, so dual underwriting for Fannie and Freddie at the same time with the click of a button. But we also have our AI that's going to analyze them side by side and let you know what's going to work better for this situation with this client. Now, you can also do things, whether it's you or your processor, you can request documents real quick. I need these documents. It's going to notify them. You can request a whole different pack of documents. You can request signatures through here, the legal e-sign, to where they log into their borrower portal and sign legal e-signs through there. Again, they do not ever have to leave that portal. Now, once you've originated the loan and it's in underwriting here, if we scroll down, you'll see that our underwriting conditions come right here to this same page for us, where we can either, whether it's you or your processor, to upload documents to fulfill those to the underwriters. You could dispute the condition to kick it back to the underwriter. So you see, everything here is here in this one system. So this system is how we're going to take people from being just a name, email, phone number to communicating with them in the CRM, quoting them with the quoting system, gathering their 1003, their documents, pulling their credit, originating the loan, and clearing all the underwriting conditions. Everything is done here in one system. So there's one login for you and one login for your client. So now let's talk about where these leads come from in the first place. So there's a few ways that we provide leads and the ability to work leads in our system. First and foremost is from our ad campaigns. So we know all our ad campaigns are in-house here. As Nick said, that's the world that we come from. And so when we do our ads, somebody clicks on our ads, double opt in to be contacted, and you are sent a text immediately so that you can click that link to claim the lead and call them. So you're going to be getting text messages all day with leads so that you can call them immediately after they've opted in to be contacted. So just a little snippet here. This is just like an hour, I think, or two of activity here, where just showing this is what it would look like on your phone, right? This is my test account. There's leads coming in. There's regular purchase leads. There's business purpose DSCR leads coming through. So all kinds of leads there coming through. So that is first and foremost the way we're going to give you those live leads. Now, another way that we provide you leads in our system is with our auto dialer. So we have an auto dialer just like any other auto dialer. You can call 300-400 people in a day. You can press one button to drop an automated text and email to them if they don't answer and move right on to the next call. So you can call hundreds of people in a day, drop in those auto emails and texts, and we give you leads in here. So notice this is full of different types of leads. And not only are there opted in leads like you're looking at here, but if you run out of those, we have cold call lists in there. We have lists of realtors to call in there. So there are always thousands of calls to make there in our auto dialers. You can call hundreds of people in a day, and we have it stocked with leads for you. Now, another way to work leads in our system is that you can actually purchase your own campaigns. So those same leads that we give you at a 50-50 split, where we're giving them to you at no upfront cost, you could decide to purchase those upfront and not pay a 50-50 split on the back end, right? So we're going to provide you with leads every day on the 50-50 split. But if you want to increase your pipeline even more and you don't want to have to pay the lead split on the back end, you can actually purchase your own campaigns to where we just take your budget and we put it on those same campaigns that we do that we know work. We put your budget on it. Those leads only go to you and they're tagged so that you do not pay the 50-50 split on the back end. We also have things here where you can do things like, hire virtual assistants and stuff through us. So all kinds of different stuff here to kind of help you boost your own business there. Now, last thing here, another way to work leads in our system is that you can import leads from anywhere else. So let's say you're already purchasing leads, maybe from LendingTree or Zillow or Free Rate Update or, a legitimate lead source. Maybe you're already purchasing leads from somewhere else. That's great. You can use the webhook here that we provide you so that you can bring them into our system instantly and automatically as they come in. So the lead comes in from Free Rate Update or whatever it is, it goes into our CRM instantly, automatically. Our CRM notifies you so you can call them and quote them and do everything like normal in our system, like any other lead, but they're coming from whatever lead source you were already purchasing them from. So essentially anywhere there is, any way there is to work leads, we have that built into our system for you here. So now let me go ahead and turn it over to Jose here, and then we will get into questions. So Jose is our sales manager here. He has been a realtor and a loan officer for 28 years. And we'll have him talk about how this kind of all comes together to actually close loans, and then we'll open it up to questions. So go ahead, Jose.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining our webinar. So before joining the Mortgage Calculator, I did not participate in leads nor in this advanced technology that we have now that we've created. So you've seen the leads program, you've seen the tech program, and I can definitely tell you that we're here to support you to connect all the dots. Now, this tech and the leads will definitely accelerate your career as a mortgage loan officer, will increase your production, and with our wide footprint in the agency and non-QM products and state-wise, you'll definitely have plenty of opportunities to increase your production. The most important thing to note then is that we're here to help walk you through it and connect the dots. Like I was saying before the Mortgage Calculator, I had good production. Definitely after all of this tech and everything, it's like injecting it with steroids. So you've been told of the tech, and then we have all the support, right? We have our knowledge center, which is basically a digitization of all of our processes. You have a question on something, you can go to the Knowledge Center, put in the search bar. You have your team leaders. So once you do join, you're sending out those quotes. They're bound to be accepted. Customer's going to submit an application. You get an email. Your team leader gets an email. Management gets an email that you have a new loan application. Your team leaders are quick to reply to the email, send you some tips to get you going, because then within the next 24 hours, you'll be meeting with your team leader to go over the structure on that loan and plot out the best course of action for that loan, as we do have so many products and we do get such a diverse group of investors that do reach out to us. So plenty of opportunities here. Then once you are ready to disclose that file, we do have our two channels. We have our broker channel and we have our non-delegated correspondent channel, where we are the lender. In the channel, in our non-delegated correspondent channel, we disclose the files in-house. So you'll be meeting with your team leader again to review the disclosure of your file and get it disclosed immediately after the conclusion of the meeting, assuming everything is good. Or if it's a brokered file, which is a wholesale channel, then you will get the green light to go get that file disclosed by the lender. I will comment that in the broker channel, you're free to use your own third-party processing, or you can self-process the deal if you want to save the customer some money. And in the non-delegated channel, we do have in-house processing. It's only $495. As soon as the disclosures are signed, the file gets assigned to intake. Our intake processor takes over, registers it on the portal of your choice, submits it to underwriting, and assigns it to processing. Once the file is approved, processing grabs the approval, synchronizes the approval with the file in the CRM, and then you and the processor work together to clear the conditions. Once they're clear, our closing department takes over, and the file then goes to document procurement and closing. So definitely, though, the main point is that we're here to help you connect the dots. I'll give the example of this large footprint that we have of all the diverse products. One of our newer MLOs, she was definitely new to non-QM, picked up a really interesting lead from her own lead pack. It was a self-employed borrower. The borrower had been denied as a full doc borrower, and well, came to her and said, I need to close my loan. I got denied full doc, and you need to transfer my appraisal and use it as well. Okay, so we met on the first of like 4 structure meetings that we had in total for that file. Went over everything. She did come very well prepared, having, you know, guidelines that she was looking at, documents, bank statements, and after reviewing guidelines and bank statements, we realized that the best way to go was definitely not full doc, not bank statement, but profit and loss. So due to large deposits made throughout the year that the borrower said he would not be able to document. So profit and loss was it. A borrower confirmed he had an accountant that he used for his tax returns that would be able to provide the documentation needed, which was a profit and loss and a third-party verification letter, like a business narrative letter from the accountant. That was provided, and we closed that loan. 3 more structure meetings throughout the process, of course. We closed that loan in 3 weeks and 2 days, including the appraisal transfer. And it was a nice first loan, $1,056,000. So not a bad first loan to close, and for her definitely her first non-QM loan. And like that, we have many instances where, you know, we have people either new to the business or came over from agency, and now they're originating more than 50%, 60% of their business is non-QM, whereas before all they could offer was cookie cutter deals. Now those same borrowers that they couldn't service in the past are closing bank statement loans, P&L loans, CDFI loans, asset utilization loans, and all the other cool loan types that we have, including all the different DSCR loans. So definitely here to help you structure your deals, all of your deals here at the Mortgage Calculator, and look forward to having you on the team.
Perfect. All right, let's talk about the next steps here, and then we'll open it up to questions. So when you are ready to move forward, you're going to go to the mortgagecalculator.com/join. We'll put that there in the chat. We'll put the link there in the chat, but real simple, the mortgagecalculator.com/join. And you're going to sign up for the plan that's applicable to you. As Nick said, if you are an active loan officer, meaning you've closed at least 6 loans in the past 12 months, then you can just sign up as a senior loan officer right off the bat. If you are new to the business or don't have that production to show, or maybe you're just getting back into the business, then you would come on as a loan officer. And once you have that 6 loans closed within 12 months, you could move up to a senior loan officer. So go ahead and sign up for the plan that's applicable to you. Now it's going to take you right to sign the compensation agreement. Now you don't have to sign it right then. Take your time. It's going to email you a copy as well. But once you do sign that compensation agreement, that is when we'll reach out with all the next steps. So once you sign that, that kicks off the next steps. We'll reach out to get the info to sponsor your license, your ID documents, all that kind of good stuff. So that is the process for when you are ready to move forward. Now, with that being said, Nick, you can go ahead and stop recording, and I will